few things scare me. And that's primarily because, as an alpha male, I am immune to fear. It's just how we live our lives. In fact, calling me an alpha male is playing down my sigma male status. But, so as not to put you all off, I'll refer to myself as an alpha male just so that you feel closer to me. You're all not. You're all beta subs, but you can't help it. Few things scare me, but up until quite a young age, escalators scared me. And the reason for this is because of a long-running public information film that used to play on British television. These were little short films that were basically there to scare you into not doing things. So the escalator one, which I'm going to now insert here.
You find escalators everywhere these days, and we take them for granted. But don't take your child's safety for granted. Accidents can happen. Teach them the 3 safeguards. Stand still and don't walk down. Stand steady and hold hands. Stand clear, away from the sides and well within the yellow lines. Don't let this happen to your child. Stand still, stand steady, stand clear.
That scared me. I remember there being a one to do with frisbees and getting them stuck on, I think it was power lines, which was always a fear. There was clunk click every trip, which was to get you to put your seatbelt on in a car. Fireworks. I remember one to do with sparklers, with a little girl who burnt her hand because she picked up a hot sparkler on the floor. As a result, I've never ever used a sparkler. I've been to fireworks displays, never had a sparkler. But yes, so that's one thing that as a kid terrified me, to the point where up until being a teenager, I wouldn't use escalators. I would go in lifts. Escalators, not so much. And this all changed when I was in a shopping centre and I decided I was going to be brave and I was going to use the escalator for what would be the first time in a long time, let me tell you, because I did used to go up and down them until I saw that ruddy film. So this little old lady, she's there and she says, "Hello, young man," because, you know, I was younger than I am now by a few years. She says, "What are you doing?" And I said, I'm preparing to get on the escalator. She said, "What do you mean?" So I explained to her, and she said, "Oh, come on then, take my arm and we'll go up the escalator together." And I did. And my foot wasn't dragged into the escalator. She knew the film I was talking about. Got to the top of the escalator. Everything was fine. And everything was fine. And since then, I've been absolutely fine. Apart from, I want to say it's King's Cross Station, but it probably isn't. There's a London station where you get an escalator to the underground, and it is a huge escalator. You know, you're on there for what feels like minutes. It probably is minutes. And even now, on the rare occasion I happen to be in London using that escalator, I don't go to London specifically to use this escalator, but even now, if I go to London and use that escalator, you know, you get those people in London who just storm up and down escalators because they're so busy. They're so busy. They have to be where they're going because they've not left enough time, I assume, to get where they need to be on time. Whereas if I'm going to London, I have plenty of time to do everything. Arrive at the train station, plenty of time for the train. If I'm going to the underground, I don't have to storm through the underground because there's trains to wherever I'm going every few minutes. But these people, they storm And they're annoyed. They're annoyed if anybody's on the wrong side of the escalator because one of the sides is for standing, the other side is for storming down them. Yeah, so even then, now I can walk up and down regular length escalators. Those ones, not so much. I will stand still going down the escalator. I don't mind walking up them, although I did have somebody tut at me once because I wasn't walking up them fast enough. Don't know why. I didn't realise there was a speed requirement. Anyway, yes, that's by the way. So those longer escalators, not a fan of those. Regular length escalators from one floor to another in your average shopping centre, absolutely fine. But yeah, this got me thinking, because the other thing I remember terrifying me as a kid was the first Poltergeist film. Not the remake of it. I'm a bit older than the remake of it, but I remember watching the first Poltergeist film on television. And there's a couple of scenes in that, and weirdly enough, it isn't the clown. It isn't the bodies popping up out of the swimming pool. The scene that absolutely terrified me was the scene where the guy's pulling off his face. And I don't know what it was about that scene, because I have watched it since, and it doesn't have the same impact now, probably because I know it's going to be there. But yeah, that absolutely unsettled me. Terrified. I've decided terrified is the wrong word. Scared. Unsettled. That might be the title of this video. Yeah, so that was another thing that unsettled me. And there were a number of other things in Poltergeist films that got me, but that one really, really stands out. Obviously, things that didn't get me were the Charlie Says public safety films, but, you know, why would they? It's a little character. Charlie says, don't get in cars with strangers. But yeah, I don't think we get, like, public safe information films like that anymore. They're all, like, upbeat. Like the ones during the event 5 years ago was all, you know, like, wash your hands while singing Happy Birthday, I seem to recall. There was, back in the 80s, there was the AIDS Don't Die of Ignorance campaign, where there was a huge, like, tombstone that I think collapsed. I might see if I can find that and attach it here.
There is now a danger that has become a threat to us all. It is a deadly disease and there is no known cure. The virus can be passed during sexual intercourse with an infected person. Anyone can get it, man or woman. So far it's been confined to small groups, but it's spreading. So protect yourself. And read this leaflet when it arrives. If you ignore AIDS, it could be the death of you. So don't die of ignorance.
Yeah. Ta-da. Yeah, that type of thing was scary AF, as we young people say. But yeah, it just struck me the other day. I happened to be watching something, and I caught, and a couple of these public information films came up, and I thought, gosh, they were terrifying, weren't they? God, surprised we did anything. Yeah, there we go. That's me talking about things that scared me, but don't anymore, because obviously I'm an alpha male. Top level alpha male. Sigma male. Sigma male lone wolf. That's what I am. Oh yes. Don't have a pack. I'm a lone wolf. Yeah. Anyway, I'll catch you again next time. Hopefully those films that I've inserted haven't scared you. Yeah, so that's it. Have a good day and see you all again. Bye.